Hey.
Hey. I have a movie coming out and everybody seems to be excited about.
We're working with Bill Forsyth, the director, and John Sayles wrote the script.
I play a 65-year-old man. It's called Breaking In.
And it's a very exciting world of underground safecracking.
Ernie is an artist, an expert, a master at what he does. Mike is just breaking in.
I think they'd notice that one.
You and I are in the same business, kid.
Huh?
Monkey business.
Working for the Screen Actors Guild's lowest scale, Burt delivered his best performance in years in the underrated and overlooked Breaking In.
Come on now, tell me what you really do for a living, because I don't see you selling insurance at all.
I'm a currency relocator.
Writer John Sayles didn't have Burt in mind when he wrote the screenplay.
I was thinking of either Walter Matthau or somebody like Harry Dean Stanton. Burt Reynolds never crossed my mind. And then when I heard he was cast, I had one moment of Burt Reynolds, because he had been making these kind of Smoking and the Bear movies where he was doing a lot of turning to the camera and winking kind of stuff. But then I remembered, this is a guy who has a wonderful sense of comic timing.
I thought I discovered some new way of losing weight. Throwing up.
And he doesn't have to have a joke to be funny. He understands what's funny.
Burt wasn't director Bill Forsyth's first choice either. He wanted Frasier star John Mahoney, but the producers wanted a big name, so Burt was cast as the aging safecracker Ernie.
I'm looking at Burt and Casey now and thinking I lucked out by the way things work. John gave me a great script. Burt Reynolds gave me a great performance.
Hey, Ernie, we doing the right thing?
The wrong thing, kid. We're thieves, remember?
He was working towards becoming more of a serious actor. He'd worked with Alan J. Pakula on Starting Over, which I think he was a little peeved that every cast member in that film had been nominated for Oscars except for him. He had been passed over, so I think he just kind of reverted back to his previous smoky persona. So I think by the time Breaking In came along, it gave him a really meaty character.
I'm 61 years old. Every once in a while, I feel good, you know. The blood is circulating. I want to get laid.
Yeah, but hookers?
25-year-old hookers, might I add. You want one my age, it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper.
You know, he was a solid actor. I don't know how much he got paid, but probably part of doing this movie was, I want to remind people I'm an actor.
Next time you want an apple, you buy it.
Burt, who was 53 years old at the time, spent 3 hours a day in makeup to create the appearance of a man in his 60s.
The knees are the second thing to you.
What's the first?
I can't remember.
It was not fun getting a turkey neck every morning and spending 2 hours getting uglier. That was not a lot of fun because it's depressing. Because you go in there to sit down to get better looking and you just got older and older.
Adding to the makeup, Burt's character also walks with a limp.
It's a long trip back on that bus. You want to sack out here, you can.
Nah, you know, I really want to get home.
I ain't queer. Put your mind at ease.
Wow, man, I wasn't even thinking that.
Oh, come on, I read you like a book, kid. I got better reviews in that picture I did called Breaking In because I had no hair and played 70 and had a limp. And I wasn't better in that movie than I was in Starting Over.
What do you want?
I want us to get married. I want us to have kids. Watch them grow up.
You do get more credit if you have a, hump on your back and, talk that way.
He's actually quoted as saying, I've spent an entire career making the characters me. This is the first time I've done it the other way around. He apparently loved the script and the material so much that he, according to notes I have, he worked for SAG Scale, which is, for a star like him, peanuts.
I feel ridiculous.
You are ridiculous, but you got potential. You can work for me, maybe.
For the first time since 1979's Starting Over, Burt appeared without his legendary mustache.
You shaved your mustache off. Looks pretty good. Looks good.
New life, new face.
Starring opposite Burt was Casey Siemaszko, fresh off the hit movie Young Guns.
You and I.
Casey had previously appeared in movies such as Back to the Futures 1 and 2, Stand By Me, and Biloxi Blues with Matthew Broderick and Christopher Walken.
Get a job. Get a number. Get some discipline. Otherwise, we're through.
With its great script, top performances, and quirky score, it's impossible not to be charmed by Burt in Breaking In.
I think this dog has got a little larceny in his blood, just like you, kid.
Burt received some of his best reviews in quite some time, with most critics saying Breaking In was Burt's best performance since Starting Over or Deliverance.
It's difficult on one side when you've been clobbered by reviews for a while. If you're going to refuse to believe the bad things, it's kind of hard to suddenly believe all the good things. So I'm trying to just remain level and have a good time.
The movie was honored at the New York Film Festival,
which is the first time I've ever had a film in the New York Film Festival, and then to have it close the festival is quite an honor. I've had a lot of commercial success and done a lot of pictures that have made an awful lot of money, but this is a different kind of thing. This is a critical success, and I didn't think I was in those kind of films.
Hey, you trust me with the money?
Yeah, I do.
Hello, I'm Burt Reynolds. The scenes you're about to see were not staged, they actually happened. And what's even more unbelievable, the people survived.
It's time for Siskel and Ebert Burt Reynolds Shitty Film Review.
And our next film is something rare because it features a solid, non-flashy performance by Burt Reynolds. In a caper movie called Breaking In, Reynolds plays a veteran burglar who stumbles upon a young amateur thief while robbing a wall safe in somebody else's home.
Don't tell him you know me, huh?
Of course not. What do you think I am?
I think you're a fucking wacko that goes creeping around people's houses for the thrill of it.
That's Casey Siemaszko as Mike. He's just great, playing a kid who knows nothing about being a professional crook when Reynolds first takes him under his wing. This is a movie about teaching, about father and son kind of learning, and some of the teaching goes both ways.
It's just hype, so they can go back out on the street tomorrow and rattle their cans some more.
Breaking In is more than just talk, more than just one-liners. Writer John Sayles and director Bill Forsyth, two fine, quirky, independent filmmakers, really give these characters plenty of odd moments together. It's hard to predict where this story is going to take us. And add to that the fresh appeal of Casey Siemaszko and a revived Burt Reynolds staying in character, and Breaking In is welcome indeed.
It is a good movie, and it was refreshing to see Burt Reynolds again at the top of his form. Burt Reynolds is an actor who can play very convincingly in not only in light comedy roles, but also in this role, which has a little heart to it and a little deeper characterization, too.
Yeah, I thought of Robert Aldrich from The Hustle, which I liked him in so much years ago, where he was in a character and there was none of the references to contemporary life.
Right. Somehow he got sidetracked somehow into those dumb car crash movies, and then he started playing himself as if every role he was just a guest on a talk show.
Right. You stole my entire fucking career. I don't even exist. I'm invisible.
Here he's acting again, and it's very refreshing, and he has Bill Forsyth, who is able to find these offbeat moments, these little moments that reveal character, so that it's not just a caper movie. Really, it's a relationship movie. Absolutely. It's about how the young thief and the old thief learn the trade or don't learn the trade together and also learn about each other. It's a fun movie.
Those two guys used to be tops.
And that's the end of this Siskel and Ebert Burt Reynolds Shitty Film Review.
Sadly, despite getting his best reviews in a decade, Burt was ignored come award season. But he shouldn't have felt too disheartened, as just like in 1979's Academy Awards, when he was overlooked for Starting Over, the Best Actor category was stacked with top performances by Daniel Day-Lewis, Tom Cruise, Morgan Freeman, and Robin Williams.
Burt Reynolds, Casey Siemaszko, Breaking In.
Although the movie received positive reviews, the $5.5 million budgeted Breaking In was a financial failure at the box office, grossing only $1.9 million. Burt blamed the studio, Samuel Goldwyn, for releasing it nationwide rather than letting it build word of mouth, debuting it in a few cities first.
Poor kid.
Poor old guy.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to get notified about new videos and original Burt Reynolds content right here on the Gator McKlusky channel.